this great old gymnasium. Again, this gymnasium was built back in 1955 as E-Town High School. And the previous other honoree was Memorial Gymnasium in Hazard, Kentucky. So this is the second honoree of this Glory Road project. And very proud to be here to call this ball game. Again, game 2 of the Tip-Off Classic from TK Stone Middle School. They're about to announce the starting lineups for these teams. I'll remind you, if you weren't with us for game 1, again, these are scrimmages in this Tip-Off Classic. The season begins in just a couple of days, the official start of high school basketball in the state of Kentucky with regular season games. This is a preseason ball game. They will keep a running score on the board. You will not, however, see players foul out. They will keep fouls for free throw shooting purposes. So number 1, Caleb Glenn. Number 4, Desdrick Lindsay. Number 2, Demetrius White. And number 5 for Male High School, Jack Edlin will be starting alongside number 11. Number 11 is Jaden Johnson. Now for the Paul Laurence Dunbar Bulldogs. Starting lineups. Number 14, Zach Carter starting. Number 2, Nick Spalding. Number 31, Max Van Dyke. Number 55, Lionel Coimba. And so some of those leading scorers from last year's Bulldog squad will take the floor, along with this Bale High School impressive looking squad, a lot of size. Coimba is a big fella for this Paul Laurence Dunbar squad. He'll be playing in the post, number 55. But this male squad has 3 fellas that are really good size. So this is going to be a fast-paced, exciting ball game. Looking forward to seeing how this will unfold. Certainly male would have to be your favorite here, based on last year's record and the returning players. Both teams have a lot of returning players. Tip 1 and number 4 with the ball for male. That was Desdrick Lindsay. Now out top, Jack Edlin with it to set the offense. Man defense for the Dunbar Dogs. Edlin driving, passing back outside to White. Up top, number 1, Caleb Glenn knocks down his first 3-point attempt. So the leading scorer, Caleb Glenn, for this male squad, knocks one down. Seeing some early full court pressure here. Number 2, Spalding, going to get it up the floor. Cross court, wide open look for a 3, a little bit long. Couldn't see who that was in the corner. Coimba comes up with a strong rebound. Travel. Hard to see the numbers here. Number 2, Spalding traveled with the ball as he got started there. It was number 31, Van Dyke from the corner, who couldn't get the 3 knocked down. Good pass up ahead. Number 11, Johnson has it. Gets it to number 2, Demetrius White, who's going to drive the lane. Gives it up to number 4. Back out top to 11 from the wing. 3 on the way. Good. Number 11, Jaden Johnson knocks down his first 3-point attempt. It's number 4, Desdrick Lindsay inside. Getting the ball out to him there. Again, trapping full court pressure. Look. .14 with the ball. That's Zach Carter. Two-point bucket for the Dunbar Dogs. Blocked by Coimba as number 11, Jaden Johnson, got in there to take the shot. They're going to call the foul, however. Number 31, Van Dyke. Ball blocked by Coimba, but number 11, Jaden Johnson's going to go to the line to shoot 2. He's already got a 3-point bucket in the ball game. Knocks down the first, so Johnson's got 4 early on here. And the second is good as well. Again, the full court pressure. Steal. Number 2 blocked, though. Zach Carter had the block. Number 14 is Spalding with it. Gets it to Carter. Cross court, Van Dyke with it. Trying to drive. They're facing a 2-3 zone with a lot of in-your-face pressure. Good shot by Carter. Knocks down the jumper in the lane. It's 8-4, Male leading early. Little 2/3 court pressure. And number 2, Demetrius White's going to be called for the travel. And so that'll go back over to the Dunbar Bulldogs. Zach Carter, number 14, will be bringing the ball inbounds. Number 30 handling the ball at top, playing the point. Shot on the way, just off the mark. Van Dyke can't get it. Kumwemba battling for it, can't bring it down. And that'll go over back to the Male Bulldogs. So number 31, Van Dyke, put that up there. Number 30 for Dunbar, Jaden Sweat, has been handling the point guard position. Edlin with the ball now driving. He's going to go cross court. Johnson wide open. They're going to call a block here. Not sure if that's Kumwemba or Van Dyke. They're going to call it on Van Dyke. Maybe they called it on 55, Kumwemba. Okay. Looked like he held up 31. Ball brought into Glenn, given back to number 2, Demetrius White. It's Edlin for 3, and that's long. They're going to say that was off of Spalding, number 2. And Spalding and Johnson went for the rebound, and Male will keep possession here. Again, number 1, Caleb Glenn, last year's leading scorer for Male, now matched up with Kumwemba. He's going to drive, gets to the rim easily, splitting the double team. Caleb Glenn has 5 early points. Again, full court man pressure this time. It's Spalding with it against the pressure. They're going to double up. Cross court to Carter, but a push there by number 2, Demetrius White. That'll be a foul on White. Team's first. Carter will bring it inbounds. He's going to get it to Jaden Sweat, number 30. I got my Jadens confused a little bit ago. Spalding can't handle it. It's Jack Edlin, number 5, on the break. He's going to pull it from 10, off the mark. Kumwemba there to get the rebound. Kumwemba looks like he will be a rebounding machine. He gets it up to Sweat. Carter letting go of a 3. Can't get it to go. It gets to the top of the backboard. And that'll go back over to the Male Bulldogs. Number 23 checking in for Paul Laurence Dunbar. That's Ben Haggard. Working against the pressure. Trying to get it inside, they do. Back out, Edlin looking at the 3, decides to turn it down. Johnson moving it around quickly. On the drive, can't get it to go. Rebound up, foul by Kumwemba again, as there were several good rebounds. Number 4, Dedrick Lindsay, number 4, had a couple of rebounds there, couldn't get the ball back in. Demetrius White able to get the rebound and put the ball back up. Kumwemba called for the foul, his first. And that'll send number 2, Demetrius White, to the line to shoot a pair. 4:22 to go. Male up 10-4. White knocks down the first. A little faster pace than the ladies. I call girls games week in, week out, and the pace is a little faster here, and a lot of fun to watch these guys really get up and down the floor. That one will bounce around and fall, so Demetrius White knocks down a pair of free throws. Number 3 for Male checking in for number 4, Dedrick Lindsay. Number 3 for Male is Domo Verbanchik. Domo Verbanchik. That's the best I'm going to do there, folks, I believe. Ben Haggard out top gets it to Spalding. Van Dyke in the corner, back to Haggard. Van Dyke gonna let a three go, and it's good. Number 31, Max Van Dyke. He's put up 2 previous three-pointers. That's his third. He finally gets one to go. 12-7 now. Ball knocked away. Kumwemba comes up with it. He's gonna get ahead to Zach Carter, number 14. Van Dyke has it now. Back to Carter. Spalding has it. He's gonna let a three go off the dribble, and he's got it. So he's got 5 on the game. Spalding knocks down a 3, 12-10, and a couple of 3 balls just like that. And this Dunbar Bulldog squad right back in it. Edlin's gonna get ahead to Johnson. He's gonna let a 3 go. He's got it knocked down. Technical foul, and Jaden Johnson talking trash to the Dunbar bench. Jaden Johnson does a great job knocking down the 3. He's got 8 points already out of the team's 15, but that's going to be a technical foul called. As soon as he made that shot, he turned, looked at the bench of the Dunbar Bulldogs. I'm watching the officials to see what kind of conversation they're going to have. There's a timeout called here. I would normally go to my read for the sponsors, and we're very thankful for our sponsors, but trying to figure out what's going on here. I believe he didn't just call timeout. I believe there was a technical foul called for talking to the opposing bench after making the 3. So 15-10 Male lead. We're seeing, again, a fast pace. 3:15 to go here in the first quarter. Caleb Glenn has made a 3-pointer. Jaden Johnson's made 2 3-pointers. Nick Spalding has made a 3-pointer, and Max Van Dyke has made a 3-pointer. So 3-pointers falling in everywhere. As both teams are off to a hot shooting start. Jaden Johnson talking and laughing with the official who called the tech on. They're not going to get too concerned about that, but that's a good lesson for him to learn in a preseason ball game, that he can't turn and talk trash to the opposing bench after knocking down a 3-point shot. So Nick Spalding will shoot the technical foul, and he'll make that. So he's going to take the second technical free throw, and that one's good as well. So Spalding, great from the free throw line. Obviously, this Dunbar Bulldog squad's got some shooters on it, and they're going to really have to do a great job shooting the ball. They'll also get possession. So 3:15 to go, 15-12, and Dunbar with the basketball. I would say Bulldogs, but both teams are Bulldogs. Cross-court pass just overthrown. As 23, Ben Haggard, was trying to track it down, but he was out of bounds when he tried to throw it back in. A couple of Bulldogs will check back into the lineup. Number 4, Desrick Lindsay is in. Number 40 also checking into the lineup for Male. That's going to be someone not on their roster. Okay. Thanks for that. Ball is loose on the handoff as Glenn was trying to hand off to Jaden Johnson, and ball squirted out of bounds. It'll go back to the Dunbar Bulldogs. I'm looking through the roster from KHSA. There's no 40 on there either. So we've got a number 40 on the floor for Male Bulldogs, and I don't have a name, but I will keep stats, and we'll just say 4-0 is on the floor. Zach Carter making a nice move. He's going to shoot it over 40. Can't get it to go. Rebound there for number 40. I apologize. That's awful. Not on either roster I have. Glenn to take the 3 off the mark. Carter with the rebound. Quickly down the floor. Spalding with the basketball. Spalding from 3, just off the mark. Carter with another rebound. Getting it inside to Spalding on the cut. And he'll be fouled. He'll go to the line. That's number 40. Spalding knocks down the first of the 2 free throws. He has got a pure free throw shooting touch. Knocks down the second, so Spalding off to a good early start. He's got 9 points. It's a 15-14 ball game, and Zach Carter, 14, will check out. Checking in is number 5. This Dunbar squad. We'll get you his name in just a moment. Dedrick Lindsay on the drive. They're going to call a charge. Great play by number 5 for Dunbar. That's Shaheem Drew. Shaheem Drew had just checked into the lineup, and he'll pick up the charge. And so Dedrick Lindsay picks up his first foul, team's 3rd foul. Shaheem Drew making a big impact on his first move into the ball game. Number 12 is also checked in for Dunbar. Up ahead, he's got Spalding there. Spalding's going to pull from about 16 feet. That's off the mark. Stolen away. Looked like there was a foul on a kick ball. Boys all over the ground going for it. Edlin comes up with it. Cross court, there's Glenn, and he shuffles his feet, trying to decide if he wanted to shoot it or drive it, and couldn't quite get the ball. Tyler Gadd is number 12. For Dunbar, Tyler Gadd is on the floor. Spalding handling the ball against Jaden Johnson. I'm sorry, that's Demetrius White, number 2. Spalding trying to pass it to Shaheem Drew, but couldn't get it through all the traffic. Turnover there in the corner. Ball's up. That was Edlin. Couldn't get it to go. 31. That's Van Dyke with the rebound. Van Dyke's going to bring it up the floor against Jack Edlin. Crossover dribble, trying to get it to the lane. Knocked away. He's got it back. Misses the shot. Spalding's going to come up with a loose ball there. We're going to give him a rebound for that one. Off the missed shot, long rebound. One-on-one against Lindsay, can't handle it. Gets it, Haggard with it, just off the mark, and it's Edlin with the rebound. Number 5 comes down with it. Edlin cross court. It's number 2, White, inside. Glenn has it, can't quite get it to go. I think that foul's gonna be on Drew. Shaheem Drew picking up his first. That'll send Caleb Glenn to the line for 2 free throw attempts. First one is good for Caleb Glenn. Dunbar subbing out liberally as well. So hard to see their numbers. They've got red numbers on gray, and hard to see the numbers for this Dunbar squad. Number 14 for Male has checked into the ball game. That's going to be Antoine Wordlow. Steal inside, and that's Lindsay with the bucket. Dedrick Lindsay with a steal in the full court pressure. Number 15 for the Bulldogs, triggering the inbounds pass for the Dunbar Bulldogs, Mason Van Dyke, and he was not able to get that ball in safely. So Mason had just checked into the ball game, not able to take care of the basketball there. This is a Hardin County Education Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunications needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Winding Springs Luxury Living, located in Elizabethtown on Nicholas Street, now leasing brand new apartments and condos. Well, with 37 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Male with the lead, 19-14 over the Dunbar Bulldogs. Bring the ball in bounds, number 23 right now. He's going to get it to Shaheem Drew, being guarded by Lindsay. 23, I believe that's Haggard with the ball. Haggard gets it up the floor, gives it up to Van Dyke, who gets it inside to Shaheem Drew. Mason Van Dyke that time gets it to Shaheem Drew, and Drew is fouled. He'll go to the line. They did not see who the call was on. There were 2 guys on both sides. of Shaheem Drew. It's on number 4, Desrick Lindsay, his second foul. I believe it's a team's 4th, so 2 free throws for Shaheem Drew, number 5 for this Dunbar Bulldog squad. First one was off the mark. Well, coach was gonna. Second one is good, so Drew knocks it down. Now checking in to get Shaheem Drew out will be Lionel Kamwimba again. Kamwimba checking back into the lineup. Big post there is back on the floor. Jack Edlin playing the point for this male Bulldog squad. It's Wordlow just checked in. Antoine Wordlow, number 14, had the ball. Back to Edlin. Now Caleb Glenn on the right wing. Good shake, driving the basketball. Can't get it to go. Good physical play by Kamwimba to come over and help. Number 3 picks it up. Deep 3 attempt by Mason Van Dyke off the front rim. And we end the first quarter. Male Bulldogs 19, Dunbar Bulldogs 15. So a great first half action here from the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame Tip-Off Classic. This is game number 2, male Bulldogs against the Dunbar Bulldogs. Also available, Black Branch Self-Storage for all your storage needs. Call 270-766-1155 today to make an appointment or visit WindingSpringsEtown.com and BlackBranchStorage.com. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of Exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating, locally owned, family-run pest control company that has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, our team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 to go online at mugabug.com. So we got a 4-point game at the quarter here. And the Dunbar Bulldogs and Coach Murray Garvin have played so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players. Gone 10 deep in the first quarter, so it looks like we've got the starting 5 back out on the floor. Starting 5 on the floor for both squads. It's number 30 to handle the point here. As Jaden Sweat, he's got the ball, gets it to Zach Carter, being guarded closely there. Now it's Spalding with it, and he shuffled his pivot foot, and it'll be a turnover there. So number 4, Desrick Lindsay was guarding Zach Carter and putting a lot of pressure on the ball. So turnover created by ball pressure there from the male Bulldogs. Caleb Glenn at the high post is going to give it off to White. Great job rolling to the rim. Number 4, Desrick Lindsay gets a bucket. He's got 4 points. Great pick and roll to the basket. Jaden Sweat, number 30, with the ball handling the point guard position. Double teamed in the backcourt here. Trying to look for help. Gets it to Zach Carter with a nifty behind the back pass. Spalding has it. Can't get it to go on about a 4-footer. Fighting for the ball. Ball's loose. It's going to be Demetrius White coming up with it. Lindsay to Glenn looking for 3. He's going to drive now. Wow, very physical. Getting into the chest of Lionel Kamwimba, who's also a very physical player, but they're going to call the foul on Kamwimba as Caleb Glenn couldn't get the shot up, but they're going to call a 2-shot foul here. Couldn't get the ball up on the glass because of the contact. Free throw, round and out. So Glenn, who's got 6 points right now, we're just a minute into this second period. Again, the leading returning scorer for this male Bulldog squad with 20 points a game. Off to a good start here. He's got 7 now. 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Jaden Sweat's going to get it up over half court. working against Demetrius White, number 2. He's going to drive, gets it to the rim, puts a lot of English on it. Man, that was a sweet shot by Jaden Sweat. He's got 2 now. Jaden Johnson in the corner. Caleb Green wants it in the post. Caleb Glenn, that is, wants it in the post. Now double teamed in the post. Knocked away by Max Van Dyke. Jack Edlin will track it down in the back court. He's going to bring it up the court slowly now here. Working on Jaden Sweat. Moving screen. Called on number 2, Demetrius White. So that's his second foul as well. They're going to call that. The signal they're giving is charge, but it's the moving screen is what that is on the offensive end. That's the signal they're giving for that. Sweat's going to give it up to Spalding there. Spalding had a good first quarter as well. Looking for the crossover. Edlin really playing good defense. Kumwemba in the post gets it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke taking a sidestep, gets it to Spalding. 6 minutes to go. Good man defense. Lots of ball pressure. Spalding around Edlin on the runner. Can't get it to go. Zach Carter high for it. Can't come up with it. Dedrick Lindsey has the rebound. His 3rd of the ball game. Johnson in the corner for 3, just off the mark. Spalding has the rebound. Pushing it quickly up the floor. Carter's got a deep 3 from Carter. That's way off the mark. Kumwemba has it. Sweat. Spalding. Good ball movement. He can't get it either. Dedrick Lindsey another rebound. High for it. Gets it ahead to Jaden Johnson, but Zach Carter's going to foul him as he goes to the basket. That'll send Jaden Johnson to the free throw line to shoot 2. So number 11, Jaden Johnson, hit 2 threes in the first quarter. He'll get to the line here. He made 2 free throws on his first trip to the line. He's got 8 points in the first quarter and back to the line for 2 more. That one's going to fall in. Can't get the second to go. Johnson has 9. Sweat looking to push the ball. Guarded by White into the corner. Oh, trying to go to Kumwemba in the post. Taken by Glenn. Caleb Glenn pushing the ball. He's going to go to the rim. Quick move to the rim and a bucket. Caleb Glenn. Strong, strong move. Pressure in the backcourt. Zach Carter now with the crossover working on White. He's got the ball. They're going to call White for a reach. It was just kind of unnecessary. The contact wasn't great. He was disappointed in that call. But Demetrius White, that's just a reach in that's just not necessary. We to the bonus already here. Looks like Carter's going to go to the line. With 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, it's 25-17 Male leading. Good start to the second quarter for the Male Bulldogs. Carter will knock down the front end of the 1-on-1. He'll get another. He's got 3 points in this first half. Second one just a little short, pulled the string on it. They're calling a foul on the play. Kumwemba was working really hard to get around Caleb Glenn. They're going to call the foul on Glenn. Great hustle by Kumwemba. So Lionel Kumwemba, number 55, will go to the line to shoot the bonus here. So a little bit of a mistake, maybe just a little lax. Kumwemba working really hard, and Glenn had to hold him as he was getting around the outside to fight for the rebound. Kumwemba, the free throw is 15 feet. He shot that one 8 feet. Wow. Sometimes you're a little short. That one, not real sure what happened there. So Lionel Kumwemba, maybe a target if people see that kind of free throw shooting to send to the line. Glenn has it. Going to the basket, charge on Glenn. So 2 fouls in a row on Caleb Glenn as Kumwemba stepped up and took the charge as they had broken pressure. And Glenn had a great lane to the rim. Kumwemba stood his ground and really did a good job of getting the ball. Taking the charge. Max Van Dyke with the ball in the corner here, gets it back to Carter, who's working on Dedrick Lindsey. Carter over the half-court line. Sweat trying to get the ball to set the offense here. Working on Demetrius White. Two very quick point guards. Oh, nice dribble behind the back. Finds Van Dyke in the corner, just off. Kumwemba working for the rebound. He's got it. Oh, Spalding wide open. Off the mark. Glenn with the rebound. His first of the game. Surprising. He's going to drive it. Holds up, gets it to got it to Edlin. Now it's Desdrick with the ball. Oh, turnaround, can't get it to go. So Desdrick Lindsay just off the mark. Jaden Sweat bringing up 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. A couple of empty trips for both squads here. 25-18 is the score. Spalding wants it. He's going to go cross court to Van Dyke. Both coaches going with their starters here for a good chunk of this second period. There has not been a substitution in the early going here. 5-second call on the defense as number 2, Demetrius White, really again applying the pressure to number 30, Jaden Sweat. Jaden Sweat really was trying to get the offense rolling here. So Caleb Glenn will check out. Number 40 will check in. Number 14, Antoine Wordlow, also checking in. Let's see who else checked out, but Wordlow's in the ball game. Number 40 setting a screen, Desdrick Lindsay. Lindsay looking back, there's Edlin driving the lane now. Edlin with the scoop and the score. Nice move among the trees for Jack Edlin. He's got 2, 27-18. Pass in the post to Kumwemba. Kumwemba driving across the lane, ball moving. Carter taking the 3 off the mark. So the hot shooting first quarter not followed up here in the second quarter. Jaden Johnson with the rebound, pushing it. Number 40, nice take and score in transition. 29-18. Coach Garvin wants a timeout. The squad that was 13-6 last, 13-6 or 13-16. I think I may have that wrong. So this 13-18 last year. This Dunbar squad obviously is a much improved ball club, a good looking ball club. Shot the ball well in the first quarter, struggling to hit some open looks here in the second quarter and struggling to handle the ball against the pressure of this male Bulldog squad. They now find themselves down 29-18, 3:11 to go in the second period. Male with Antoine Wordlow, Jaden Johnson, Desdrick Lindsay, Jack Edlin, and number 40 on the floor here. Number 40 not on the roster as number 40. Apologies to him and his. Looking on both rosters again, not there. Full court man-to-man pressure. They're going to look to run and jump here. Zach Carter has it working against Desdrick Lindsay. Gets it to Jaden Sweat, working on Jack Edlin now. Van Dyke around the screen, giving it back to Carter. Tons of pressure. Carter in the lane, can't get the bucket. Tipped away. Johnson comes away with it, gets it to Edlin, who's quickly up the floor. Up top, Lindsay for 3, and it's good. Desdrick Lindsay, he's got 7 on the ball game. Jaden Sweat working on Jack Edlin. He's working up the floor, gets it to Carter. Carter Spalding, who's hit, and they're not going to call that. They're going to call it off of Spalding. He took a shot to the mouth and across the arm, and no call. So Ben Haggard, 23, checking back in for the Dunbar Dogs. Number 12 also getting up off the bench, Tyler Gadd. Dunbar going to make a few substitutions late here in the second quarter. Edlin trying to look cross court, and Spalding knocks it away. And here comes Gadd, and here comes Trey Todd, number 3. So Haggard, Todd, and Gadd coming in. Kumwemba still on the floor guarding Lindsay. Lindsay trying to get it up. Kumwemba too much. He's going to get it over to Haggard to bring it up the floor. Haggard pushing. Oh, he made a great pass to Kumwemba. Couldn't get it. Loose ball. Now it's picked up by Edlin. Edlin to Johnson on the left wing. Again, a lot of man defense for both of these squads. They've mixed in a zone here or there, but both these teams want to play man pressure, and they're not backing off a bit in their man look. They're going to call a block there as Eden was driving. It's on number 3, Trey Todd, his first foul. Believe that's going to be sending Edlin to the line for one of the bonus. Caleb Glenn checking back in. Desrick Lindsay checking out. Coach Timothy Hayworth of the male Bulldogs has a few words for Desrick Lindsay, just a few coaching points there. Edlin will knock down his first free throw. He's got 3 on the game. And second is good as well, so Edlin knocks down a pair. He's got 4 points. Kumwemba takes it, gets it ahead to Spalding, working on Edlin. Spalding trapped, goes way across court, in the corner, 3 on the way, off the mark. Johnson comes up with a rebound. He's got 3 rebounds there. Edlin fakes the 3 ball. Caleb Glenn for 3, just short. Rebound there, goes to 12, Tyler Gadd. Spalding driving in the lane, had a shot, didn't take it, now takes it. Makes that over Wardlow, so that's Nick Spalding knocking down the shot. He's got 11 points. And on the drive, it's it's a block call. Number 23, Haggard, called for the foul on the block. So Edlin's going to go to the line. He's shooting 1 in the bonus, Will Edlin. First one's off, so there won't be a second. Spalding now, the rebound was to 12, Gadd. Spalding from deep 3, no good. Gadd with the rebound, looking back to Spalding, he'll take it again. Off the mark, Kumwemba fighting for it, can't get it. Another rebound for Gadd. This time it's gonna be Haggard, he's got it. So Tyler Gadd, 3 rebounds in 1 set. Makes a big difference here. Edlin will take the 3 from the top of the key. He'll knock it down. So as soon as any momentum, with 38 seconds, it's 34-23, still an 11-point lead as Edlin matches the 3 on the other end. Down the lane, can't quite get it to go. Rebound Kumwemba, and a push in the back. So Spalding tried to drive. So 37-23 with 25 seconds to go here in the second quarter of action. And Lionel Kumwemba will go back to the line. His first attempt there was not strong. He shot up an air ball. Let's see if Lionel can knock this one down. Back iron, he'll get a second. Desrick Lindsay checking in for Antoine Wardlow for the male Bulldogs. Kumwemba second on the way. That's well off the mark as well. Rebound number 32 for the male Bulldogs, and it's Lindsay. He looks like he wants to hold it for the last shot. It was Lucas Eisen with the rebound. Lindsay now running clock. Edlin has it now. Knocked away, 3 seconds, up top. Glenn has a wide open 3 look, it's short. Rebound to Spalding, and that will end the half. Exciting first half for the male Bulldogs, 37, leading the Dunbar Bulldogs, who have 23, 14-point halftime lead. This is Paul Gray, and we'll have halftime interview in just a moment.
We're here at halftime of the second game for the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame Tip-Off Classic. I'm Paul Gray. I've got joining me right now Ann Upchurch, wife of Hall of Fame coach Jack Upchurch. And Ann has, as well as her husband Jack, had been big part of this Hall of Fame and doing a lot of work with the Hall of Fame. And so, and I want to get your perspective because you're right in the middle of all the work with the Hall of Fame. What has been so special to you about the Hall of Fame experience, working with the Hall of Fame? What are some good memories or some ideas that have been important to you about the Hall of Fame?
Well, for example, just honoring those persons who have worked in high school basketball through the years before we had a Hall of Fame who didn't get that kind of recognition. And so this establishes their legacy in the state of Kentucky as far as high school basketball is concerned. You know, we get questions lots of times about someone who has had a great professional career, great collegiate career, but sometimes those persons didn't have a great high school career. And that was why this hall was founded, was to give great high school players who are remembered in the minds of all their fans back in their hometowns that recognition.
Fantastic. One of the things we're doing here today is honoring, through the Glory Road program, some of the important gymnasiums that have been special throughout the state of Kentucky. Obviously, this is a great old gymnasium to host this event today here in Elizabethtown. The previous honoree was a Memorial Gymnasium in Hazard. I want to ask you, what are some special memories of traveling around Kentucky and seeing the gyms around Kentucky? What's a gymnasium that maybe has special memories for you, Ann?
Well, of course, the small high schools all had just really neat gyms. And now they're old and many of them have been torn down. So we're trying to recognize those who have at least been kept. Some of them have been remodeled, some of them have not. For example, the Monticello High School Gymnasium is one of the oldest in the state. Their team played in the state tournament when it was played on Center College campus in Danville, Kentucky. Back before there were regions even, the KHSA had not even set up regions or a distinct manner in which teams could progress through, we think of district, regional, and state. You know, there wasn't such a progression at that time. And that old gym is still in existence. It's one of the ones that's going to be honored this year, along with this gym, TK Stone. But I can also remember the old Wayne County gym where my husband had played as a high schooler. And when you took the ball out of bounds, you had to put your foot on the wall to literally be considered out of bounds.
Yeah.
Another one that he often talked about was over at Stearns, Kentucky. The gymnasium was on the second floor of the general store. There were pot-bellied stoves in opposite corners, and so you had to be careful when you ran down the floor that you didn't run into the pot-bellied stove.
Well, I know when I was younger, I played in several of those kinds of gymnasiums out in Howe Valley here down the road, and in West Point. There was an old gym that had a pot-belly stove in it as well, so I know what you're talking about. And a lot of character, a lot of important memories and history for Kentucky high school basketball. And we're so glad, Ann, that you are a part of keeping those memories alive and helping us understand the history of the great sport of Kentucky high school basketball. So thank you so much, Ann, for being with us. And we'll get back to second half action here at the Tip-Off Classic.
We are back with second half action here, about to start in 20 seconds. We'll go back to second half action. Just a great thrill to welcome in Ann Upchurch and have an interview time with her. Such a good lady, wife of late Hall of Fame coach Jack Upchurch. And so Ann is continuing her work with the Hall of Fame. She's doing a great job as one of the volunteers, one of the workers, and really working hard to honor great performers, the legacy of great performers in high school basketball around the state of Kentucky, and the great venues, the great old gymnasiums for high school basketball here in the state of Kentucky. So thanks to Ann for joining me here in our broadcast booth in the corner here at TK Stone Middle School Gymnasium, the old E-Town High School. There's still an E in the middle of the gymnasium here at TK Stone Middle School, honoring this E-Town Panther tradition. And so we're about ready to start second half action. It's 37-23. I believe both starting fives back out on the floor as Edlin has the ball for the male Bulldogs. Out top, they're moving the ball around quickly. Edlin has it, throws it inside. Jaden Johnson's going to step out for the three, just off the mark. Rebound to Kumwemba here. He had 3 rebounds in the first half, got his 4th there. Spalding almost ran over the official, working against Demetrius White. He had an open teammate, didn't get him the ball. That's going to be a 5-second call, as Nick Spalding could have gotten it to Zach Carter on the cut, but that man defense of the male Bulldogs is going to be something else all year long. I do not envy teams that have to face the speed and strength of this male Bulldog defensive man-to-man look. They're working really hard. Glenn setting a screen for Edlin, rolling to the basket, looking for the ball. It's thrown in there. He's triple teamed inside. He is working off that pivot foot. Can't get it to go. Rebound Lindsay. Can't get it to go. Rebound White. Gets it to Edlin out top for 3 on the way. Got it. Wow, what a sequence there. Rebounds by White and Lindsay to keep it alive there. Spalding now driving on White, and a little too much contact by Demetrius White. If this were a real game, he'd be in danger of fouling out right now. Not a scrimmage, as he commits his 4th personal foul, the first of the half. 17-point advantage for the male Bulldogs. It'll be Jaden Sweat to bring the ball in for Dunbar. Dunbar obviously has a lot of really good ball players, good shooters, struggling with this male Bulldog squad right now. Kumwemba sets a screen, rolls, could have gotten the ball, but it's knocked away by White. Demetrius White driving left-hand layup. He's got 4 points on the ball game. Carter going to get it into, stolen by Edlin. Gets it to Desrick Lindsay, and 1. Wow, Desrick Lindsay put a ton of spin on that layup. He had an odd angle to try to get the ball in the basket, and he did. Fantastic start for this male Bulldog squad. What was a 15-point advantage is now 21 quickly here. A minute and a half into this third quarter. And I believe Desrick Lindsay will be going to line to try to complete the 3-point play when he comes back. Today's Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame Tip-Off Classic is sponsored by West Banco, a full-service lending company with Community Field. Check out one of the local locations today. Our associate sponsors include Domino's Pizza, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Cornell and Hignite Insurance, Houchins Insurance Group, Durbin Dental, Building Confidence one smile at a time, Gerald Printing, Elizabethtown Tourism and Convention Bureau, Walmart, Wilson Manufacturing Design, Rafferty's Restaurant and Bar, and E-Town Exterminating. So Coach Murray Garvin for Paul Laurence Dunbar is just wearing his team out right now. Off to a really rough start here to start this third quarter. He played a lot of kids in that first half, and right now that starting 5 having a tough time getting going here. The official has to come over to stop the tirade. Coach Garvin trying to light a fire into the guys. Didn't hear anything that was bad. Just coach really getting after the boys, trying to get them to elevate their play. Lindsay's shot is up and good, so Desrick Lindsay completes the 3-point play. Ben Haggard checking in for Jaden Sweat there. Carter's going to get it Kumwemba. Kumwemba's going to take several dribbles. He's going to get it across the midcourt line, almost loses it. Gets it to Spalding up top. Back to Kumwemba at the rim. Kumwemba with the layup. Good job breaking the pressure there. Kumwemba gets his first bucket of the night. He's got 2 to go along with his 4 rebounds. Johnson in the corner, cross court to Glenn, over to Edlin, trying to go in the post, but Jaden Johnson gets the loose ball. Lindsay on the putback. Desrick Lindsay, he's got 5 here already in this quarter. He had 7, he's got 12 total. In the corner, Haggard looking for 3, sidestep, shot up, good. Ben Haggard. That's his second 3 of the night. He's kind of getting himself going a little bit. He's got 6, 47-28, 5.5 to go. Jaden Johnson for 3 from the corner. Unguarded. They lost him in the full court pressure. Johnson's third 3 of the game. He's got 12 now as well. Haggard breaking the pressure himself. Gets it in the corner to Van Dyke. Now it's Carter on the drive. Floater in the lane. Can't get it to go. Demetrius White with the rebound. He's off and running here. He's going to get it to Glenn on the post. Caleb Glenn working on Kumwemba. Wants some space. Now he's doubled by Carter. He just puts his shoulder down and runs into Kumwemba. Kumwemba hurting a little bit, and Glenn charged for the foul. Kumwemba may have had the air knocked out of him a little bit as Glenn put his shoulder down and ran him over, trying to create some space against the double team. Should have looked to pass out of the double team and keep the ball moving, but couldn't get that done. So 15, Mason Van Dyke is checked in. It's Max Van Dyke bringing it up. Haggard there in the lane with the runner, can't get it to go. Edlin comes away with the rebound. It's number 5, Shaheem Drew is in. Edlin almost gets it to go. Can't quite, but Demetrius White has it. Ball moving around the outside. Edlin looking to get it to White on the inside. Can't do it, but they'll keep possession of the ball. As Mason Van Dyke was out of bounds there. Again, Shaheem Drew, number 5, is also checked in. Inside, Glenn taking a lot of contact. Makes the bucket. Wow, nice shot in the lane. Caleb Glenn, he's an impressive ball player. Nice pass, blocked by Desrick Lindsay as Drew had the ball in the lane. They're going to call a push-off on Jack Edlin as he was working his way down the floor. He was guarded, I believe, by 12, Tyler Gadd. Nope, that's 15, Mason Van Dyke. So Edlin's called for the foul. 52-28. Steal. Lindsay, bucket inside. So Lindsay with 2 more. Looks like number 12, Tyler Gadd, was bringing the ball up the floor. Drew setting the screen. Gadd gets it back, trying to get it back to Drew inside. Nice pass on the cut. And it was Demetrius White trying to deny the pass, knocks it out of bounds. Antoine Wordlow checking in for Demetrius White for the male Bulldogs. Gadd has the ball, gets it to Ben Haggard. He's driving the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound to Desrick Lindsay. Lindsay guarded by Shaheem Drew. Oh, they're going to get it inside. Mismatch. Glenn's going to be fouled. Let's see who they call that on. Gadd was trying to guard him in there. Glenn will knock down the first. The foul was on number 20, who's checked in the lineup, Tyler McCord. And the second one is also good. So right now, Caleb Glenn with 13 points. Working against pressure. Nice job bringing up the floor. Open is Haggard for 3. Just off the mark. Glenn knocks it away. Picked up by Van Dyke. Ball moving well. Gadd for 3 from the corner. Can't get it to go. Is Jaden Johnson getting the rebound. Looking to get it to Wordlow. Wordlow on the catch is double teamed and takes an extra step. So 56-28. Male Bulldogs 3:04. This game has been blown wide open here in the third quarter. Haggard with it, gets it to Gadd. trying to get it to Shaheem Drew, knocked away, but they get the loose ball. Dunbar Bulldogs, Shaheem Drew comes up with it. Drew will score the bucket inside. He's got 3 now. Nice pass, Mason Van Dyke getting him the ball. Caleb Glenn deep now, working one-on-one there on Drew. Can't get the ball to fall. I believe this is number 20, Tyler McCord with it. Taken away. No, I'm sorry, that was 15, Mason Van Dyke. Edlin can't get the 3 to go. Steals it back, gets his own rebound. Can't get it to go. Another rebound and bucket. Number 40, rebound and bucket. So Jack Edlin missed a couple times, got his own rebound. Off the miss, number 40 comes up with the rebound. Scores the bucket. Let's see if they say number 40's name here. Jason Gassaway. They've got him listed as number 31 in the program. He's wearing number 40 here. Knocks down the free throw. So it's Jason Gassaway getting the three-point play. He's been playing really hard and really well. Want to give in foul there on. So Haggard with the ball out top, trying to drive and get it to the corner. Can't do so. Stolen, picked up by Jaden Johnson. Throws it high, but handled by Desrick Lindsay. Lindsay pulling up from the elbow and knocking that down. Wow, impressive. He's got 16 points on the game at this time, along with 6 rebounds. Desrick Lindsay has been a force. He's got it again. And he's in the open floor looking to dunk it, but he's going to score the ball. It's a personal foul, kind of like an open court foul, intentional foul. Wasn't done to hurt, just grabbed his arm before he went up to dunk the basketball. They're not going to count the shot, which they should have. Desrick Lindsay went through that contact, through the grabbing of the arm, and the ball went in the basket. Officials are talking about it right now. It was number 15, Mason Van Dyke, with the intentional foul. So Desrick Lindsay on the intentional foul will go to the line and shoot a couple. He knocks down the first. With 1:47 to go in the third, it's 62-30 as this thing really has gotten away so quickly here. The second one just a little short. Male Bulldogs on the intentional foul will have possession. Boy, this is a good ball club. This is one you could see being there late in the season. Caleb Glenn, who's their best player, has had a good ball game, but really hasn't been the force that several other guys have been. So trying to work the ball in, get it. Oh, just off the leg, not able to handle that. Number 22 for Male. Couldn't handle it. No pressure, which has been the forte of this Male squad in the full court. Now looking at half-court trapping pressure. Spalding back in the lineup, knocked away by Wordlow, given to Johnson, back to Wordlow. He can't handle the pass. Back to the Dunbar Bulldogs. (13) Brandon Richardson in the lineup here. Spalding gets the cross-court pass. Things are just moving a little faster than this Dunbar team likes. Back to Carter. Spalding open for 3. He's got it. Spalding is a sniper. His first bucket of this third quarter. He's got 14 on the game, and their leading scorer from last season. Off to a good start. Trying to take a charge. Couldn't get it. Number 13, Brandon Richardson, shoots the ball over the backboard, was expecting contact, didn't get it. 52 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 62-33. Carter getting the ball in the middle of the zone. Van Dyke for a three, in and out. Kamwemba rebound, going back up too hard. Couldn't get it to go. Desrick Lindsay out top, looking for the screen. Wordlow sets the screen. He's now on Spalding, trying to go one-on-one. Gets it to Richardson. Back to Lindsay on the cut. Beautiful reverse. Lindsay doing it all. He's got 19 on the game. Very impressive players, Desrick Lindsay. Spalding, deep three, just off the mark. Rebound, Jason Gassaway. Ooh, trying to get it to his teammate Wordlow, who was being blocked out by his own teammate. Wordlow driving, not able to get it to go at the buzzer. At the end of three, Male Bulldogs 64, Dunbar Bulldogs 33. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto, and Scrap Metal Recycling. Winding Springs Luxury Living, Black Branch Self-Storage, West Point Bank, and E-Town Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Special thanks to our crew today. Jarrett Cox with me here running the camera. Also like to thank today's Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame Tip-Off Classic, sponsored by West Banco, full-service lending company with a community feel. Check out one of the local locations today. And our associate sponsors, Domino's Pizza, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Carnelian Hignite Insurance, Houchins Insurance Group, Durbin Dental, building confidence one smile at a time, Gerald Printing, Elizabethtown Tourism and Convention Bureau, Walmart, Wilson Manufacturing and Design, Inc., Rafferty's Restaurant and Bar, and E-Town Exterminating. So going into the fourth quarter here, there's really no mystery as far as what's going on here. 8 minutes remaining. Male Bulldogs lead 64-33. Paul Laurence Dunbar Bulldogs will have the ball to start the quarter. Max Van Dyke cross court. Spalding wants another three, just off the mark. Jack Edlin with the rebound. He's pushing the ball up the floor in a hurry. He's going to take the three. Can't get it to go. Lots of bodies on the ground. People battling everywhere. Wow. Number 32 just threw an elbow. Lucas Eisen just threw an elbow to the face of Zach Carter. It's getting a little out of hand. These referees really need to do something to maybe get this thing under control. That was a little much there. A lot of contact underneath the basket there, and this run and jump pressure. Carter in the middle. Maybe he would have had a shot. Looks cross court, opposite from where he received the pass. Usually a very good idea. In the middle, he could have shot that as well, but he finds Jaden Sweat. Sweat knocks down the three. Jaden Sweat's got 5. 7 minutes to go. Wordlow on the wing. Gets it to 22 out top. Not listed on the program with number 22. Wordlow's going to take one just past the free throw line. It's Kamwemba with the rebound there. He's now got 7 rebounds. Van Dyke in the corner, going to drive it. Can't get it. Gets his own rebound. Now looks cross court. Spalding open. He's going to drive. And they're going to call him for the charge. Spalding with the charge. So it's 64-36 with 6:41 remaining. More substitutions coming from both teams. Number 30 for Male High School's Terrence Hall. He's checked into the lineup. Facing some zone trapping pressure, 2-2-1 pressure. Hall has it now out on the wing. He's going to find Edlin. Edlin driving now on Carter. Got it. Edlin's got 12. to go with 5 rebounds, 66-36. Three-pointer on the way. Van Dyke can't get it to go. 13, Brandon Richardson with the rebound. Edlin again for 3, and Edlin's heating up. It's his 3rd 3 of the ball game. 68-36. Actually, they may have just given him a 2-pointer on that one. Inside to Carter. He'll turn around and shoot it. Can't get it to go. Hall trying to rebound. Gets it to Richardson. 22 from the corner. Off the mark. Rebound to Spalding. Spalding pushing it up the floor. Sweat knocked away. Stolen by 22. He's going to push the ball up the floor, working against Jaden Sweat. Edlin, the point guard, now controlling. No one guarding Edlin. He's going to go to the rim against Kamwemba. Can't get it to go. Rebound by 32. That's Lucas Eisen. He could not get it to go even after a second rebound. Ball mishandled in the back court. Carter couldn't save it, so 5:09 to go in the 4th quarter. 68-36. Wholesale substitutions. Both teams now going to the backups, to the lineup maybe to finish out the game. 23, I believe that's Ben Haggard, who's played quite a bit. Haggard's got the ball, bringing it up the floor. He made the Gad now out top. Get it to the corner. Mason Van Dyke gets it to Shaheem Drew. Cross court. Ball on the way. 3-pointer. Number 3, Trey Todd gets the tray. What's happening? Stoppage of play. I'm not sure why. Timeout's been called. Kind of in the middle of the action. Interesting there. This is a Hardin County Educational Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all of your telecommunications needs. Physical therapy associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Whining Springs Luxury Living, located in Elizabethtown on Nicholas Street, now leasing brand new apartments and condos. Also available is Black Branch Self-Storage for all your storage needs. Call 2707-661155 today to make an appointment, or visit WhiningsPringsEtown.com and BlackBranchStorage.com. So 4:52 remaining here in the second game of 4 games in this Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame Tip-Off Classic. The later games that will be called by my friend Bobby Thompson are at 6:30. Owensboro Catholic versus Warren Central. And boys game at 8:30. The home team, E-Town High School Panthers, taking on Ashland Paul Blazers. So good action to come later in the evening. Enjoy this. This is not a live broadcast. This is taped. You'll enjoy these games here soon as they're posted to the HCEC-TV YouTube channel and on Channel 1. So enjoys Terrence Hall out top. He's going to give it up to Richardson. Back to Hall. Hall's going to take a 3. A little short. Scrap for the ball there on the floor. Looks like Trey Todd was on the floor to tie it up. And possession will go over to the Dunbar Bulldogs. In the corner to Gadd. There's Trey Todd in the lane. He'll take the shot and get it. So Trey Todd's knocked down a couple shots here now. Looking good on the floor. Mason Van Dyke, 15, putting the ball pressure on right now. He's going to create the turnover really quick. Ben Haggard down the lane. Bucket Haggard. He's got 8 points. So a couple of quick buckets. It's 68-43 with 4 to go. Terrence Hall bringing the ball up, number 30 for the male Bulldogs here. Screen coming. 32. Lucas Eisen is such a physical player. 3-point bucket. Couldn't understand the name. Number 22 knocked it down, listened for the name there, didn't get it. Number 21 makes the steal, gets it ahead. 22. Shaheem Drew gets the pass inside, can't get it to go. Brandon Richardson. Looked like Brandon knocked it out of bounds, but it's going to be off Shaheem Drew. We go back to the male Bulldogs. Number 21, Mikey Clay, handling the ball now at the point for the male Bulldogs. Clay going to the rim, can't get it to go. They're going to call a blocking foul on Drew. Looked like Clay was a little out of control there, but he kind of took a side. It looked like Drew may have been just standing a little sideways. Didn't look like he moved, but certainly the contact was there. And so Mikey Clay will go to the line to shoot 2. First ball is up and good, so Clay has got his first points of the night. Number 25 checking in for Dunbar. That's going to be Theo Celady. I'm going to call him Celady. It's a CS at the beginning of it. Eisen with the rebound. Richardson now with a rebound, and he's working against heavy pressure. Eisen gets it back to Clay in the corner. Driving is Richardson, and the bucket. Brandon Richardson gets the bucket. 75-43. Cross court. Mason Van Dyke gets it. Number 15 shooting the ball. That's Mason Van Dyke. Can't get it to go. Out in a hurry. Hall has it open. He's going to let it go. Oh, in and out. Couldn't quite get it. Number 25 with the rebound. And the Mason Van Dyke gets the transition bucket. Number 25, Theo Celady, had the rebound before. Just off the mark. Rebound by Gadd, getting it up ahead. Haggard has it. Van Dyke with the shot, way off the mark. Mason Van Dyke didn't quite get his feet set on that one to get that ball online. Just under 2 minutes to go. Number 23 checking in for Louisville Male. It's going to be Shemai Gates. Number 31 checking in. So Keyshawn Jordan is wearing number 31 for Louisville Male. So Jordan, that's number 23 with the ball right now. Shemai Gates gets it to Mikey Clay, back in the corner. Nice give and go, finish. Sounds like they're saying Xavier Pritchard, maybe Ethan Richards. But he's got 7 points. He's been quite a spark plug here in the fourth quarter. Mikey Clay trying to get the rebound, can't quite secure it. There's number 3, Trey Todd, with another bucket. He's got 7 since entering the game. Mikey Clay bringing the ball up. He's going to let it go for 3, just a little short. Haggard will pick up the rebound. Looking opposite. Ball is up, just off the mark on the 3. Shot is blocked. Just off the mark. Celady with another rebound. He's going to turn and shoot the jump hook. Can't quite get it to go. 48 seconds and counting here in this ballgame. 77-47. Richard now is going to give it to Jordan. Back to 23. Shemai Gates. Finger roll for Shemai Gates. Entering the lineup for Dunbar, number 21, Clayton Hilt. There was a Cade Hilt on the roster that did not play. 0, one of their leading scorers from last year. Could be brother. I don't know if he's out with an injury or if I did not have him noted as a senior from last year's squad. A lot of pressure. Again, that ball pressure from this male defense continuing. Just 10 seconds to go. Dunbar with 8. Looking maybe for a last shot here. Way out top. They're going to have to get rid of it here. If there's going to be a shot. It looks like no shot to finish the game. And the final 32-point victory for this male Bulldog squad, 79-47. Quite a performance. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91 on Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. Let us help make life simpler. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple. So a great performance for this male Bulldog squad.